As I'm making this video, we have less than a week until the CW adapts Crisis on Infinite Earths for their annual Arrowverse crossover, and I can't wait to watch it. I never expected to see this famous DC crossover event get a live-action adaptation, let alone from a shared multiverse of DC television series. To celebrate this huge milestone, I thought it would be cool to try to predict what will happen in the crossover, or more specifically, who will die. For those who don't know, Crisis on Infinite Earths was a 12-issue maxi series that DC Comics published from 1985 to 1986, partially meant to coincide with the company's 50th anniversary. This story saw various superheroes from across the DC multiverse recruited by the Monitor to stop his evil brother, the Anti-Monitor, from destroying the multiverse with a wave of antimatter energy. By the end of the story, the Anti-Monitor is defeated, but every Earth in the multiverse except for Earths 1, 2, 4, S, and X are destroyed, and many characters die during the process. The surviving Earths would end up merging into the post-Crisis DC universe, later redubbed as New Earth after the events of 2005's Infinite Crisis. Now, I think it's very likely that the Arrowverse version of Crisis on Infinite Earths will share the same basic premise as the original comic book crossover event. The various superheroes from across the Arrowverse will team up to help the Monitor defeat his antimatter counterpart. Worlds will live, worlds will die, and the universe will never be the same. Something tells me that the Earths for all the ongoing live-action shows will survive and merge into one single Earth. Not only will this make future crossovers less complicated, since they'll be on the same Earth, but it makes more sense that these DC television series airing in the same network should take place in the same universe. But now let's get back to my main topic of the video. Who will die? Before I try to answer this question, I'll be putting a couple restrictions to these predictions. The characters on the list have to be either 1, main characters from any of the ongoing Arrowverse shows, or 2, guest characters who are confirmed to appear during this crossover. If they don't fit either category, they aren't allowed. I feel like I should start with the two biggest answers. First, Oliver Queen, aka Green Arrow. Last year's Arrowverse crossover, Elseworlds, saw Oliver make a deal with the Monitor to help him and the other heroes stop Dr. Destiny. The finale of Arrow Season 7 revealed that Oliver's end of the bargain was that he would help the Monitor prepare the multiverse for the crisis, which we've been seeing the Emerald Archer follow through, as depicted in Arrow's ongoing 8th and final season. Mar Novu also revealed that Oliver will die during the crisis, so it's pretty much confirmed. I feel like this is fitting because Arrow started this DC television multiverse, so why wouldn't the biggest crossover have Arrow's protagonist make the ultimate sacrifice? The other big answer would be Barry Allen, aka The Flash. The Flash has been hyping up Barry's death since the pilot. I remember when I first saw that future newspaper. I thought it would just be a cool nod to the comics, but not anymore. The first few episodes of The Flash's ongoing 6th season sees Barry and Team Flash preparing for the upcoming crisis. Not to the extent of Arrow Season 8, but still. Unlike Oliver, I could see the writers bringing Barry back to life during the back half of this season. After all, Arrow may be ending, but the rest of the Arrowverse shows aren't. I can also see Ray Palmer, aka The Atom, dying during this crisis. It's been confirmed that Brandon Routh, the actor who plays him, will be leaving DC's Legends of Tomorrow sometime during their upcoming 5th season. We also know that Osric Chow was cast to play the Ryan Choi incarnation of the Atom. Maybe Ray will make the ultimate sacrifice and Ryan will take his place in the Wave Rider. Another character I could see getting killed off is, interestingly enough, the Monitor. There was a point in the original Crisis comic in which Lyla Michaels, aka Harbinger, is possessed by one of the Anti-Monitor's shadow demons, leading to her killing the Monitor. We've had Lyla Michaels in the Arrowverse ever since Arrow Season 1, and we're actually going to see her become more like her comic book counterpart during this crossover, so this isn't completely impossible. Not to mention that killing the Monitor would be a good way to emphasize how serious of a threat his antimatter counterpart is. Well, that and the fact that various Earths are getting destroyed by a wave of antimatter. Finally, Crisis on Infinite Earths will also feature 3 versions of Superman. We have the main Arrowverse version of the Man of Steel, once again portrayed by Tyler Hoechlin, An alternate version resembling the Kingdom Come incarnation, also portrayed by Brandon Routh, and the same version of Superman from Smallville, once again portrayed by Tom Welling. I could see at least one of the two additional versions of Superman dying during this crisis. Why not Hecklin? Well, he's supposed to be getting his own Arrowverse television series in the future. It wouldn't make sense if they killed him off now. So yeah, those are all the characters that I think will be casualties of the Arrowverse adaptation of Crisis on Infinite Earths. It won't be long before we'll know if my predictions were remotely right. Hello, I see that you have reached the end of this video. If you liked what you just saw, you can give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Twitter at DialogueNerdy. If you really want to, you can also ring the bell to be notified every time I upload a new video.